We're also looking forward to some more sunshine, kind of rainy and cool and cloudy for July.
Yeah, we did okay for July in terms of rainfall. I mean, we ended up with nearly 1/4 of an inch downtown, which by July standards is pretty impressive. Let's take you outside right now and take a look at downtown Portland. There you go, looking out from our Wells Fargo Skycam over our fair city and the Willamette River. Temperature, and there have been a few breaks in the clouds. It's not completely cloudy, but it's certainly mostly cloudy. 74 degrees right now, so on the cool side, but pleasant. Meanwhile, at the coast, it's sucked in. Look at the low clouds just kind of nicking the top of the Yaquina Bay Bridge there, so pretty low ceiling. And only 61 at the beach, and there's still a few showers rolling on shore. In fact, you see a couple of lines here headed right towards Newport. We've had some thunderstorm activity east of the Cascades, but super widely scattered. A couple cells developing, new ones now to the east of Bend. But I've also been watching Wallowa County. These cells, no lightning yet, but we're getting some pretty heavy returns on radar here. So these may be producing some small hail, certainly some good downpours, 1.34 inches an hour, the rainfall rate with that cell. So again, Northeast Oregon, you've got some showers and thunderstorms popping for you folks, and just beware of the rainfall that comes from those and potentially some lightning. As I mentioned, the rainfall was heaviest here in the Portland area. We picked up 1,700 of an inch at the airport. Downtown Portland matching Vancouver's 2,200 of an inch, which is also what they had up at Stampede Pass. So it just depends on exactly where you were. But the bullseye right over the Portland-Vancouver area with the rain that came in late last night and this morning. 75 our high today. That is below average by about 5 degrees. Had 82 in Medford, 79 at Bend, 87 at Pendleton, and Hermiston, one of the hot spots in the state today with that 89. Okay, the overall pattern remains the same. Cool weather right here over the northwest. Really, it's centered just offshore, so we're under the influence of a southerly or southwesterly flow. And if you don't like hot weather, this is a pretty good pattern for us because it's keeping the hot weather all the way out over the middle part of the country here. They're getting a lot of monsoonal thunderstorms today over parts of Colorado, Wyoming, and down into New Mexico. But watch what happens with the long-range pattern here in just a second. In the meantime, we're waiting for that hot weather to return, and that happens on Monday. The weekend's going to be beautiful. Sunday will be about 83. Saturday will be a little cooler and a little cloudier. But this is an offshore flow pattern for us. It peaks on Monday. Still some remains of it on Tuesday, but by Tuesday afternoon, the onshore winds, that marine air will be flooding back into the Willamette Valley and cool us off. And while we don't get any rain in the middle of next week, it will be cooling off. So here's why, in just a second, I'll show you why, rather, that we're going to see that hot weather rebound our way. Tomorrow, though, we climb into the 70s, cloudy for much of the day. By about noon, 1, 2 o'clock, should begin to get some sun breaks, and 75 by 4 o'clock as you look at Portland by the hour. So cool through tomorrow. And Friday and Saturday, not exactly hot. It's going to be a very pleasant weekend in the 80s. But look at where the hot air is centered here, down around Denver in the Four Corners area. That's on Saturday. On Monday, it builds back here to the west a bit, okay? But not for long, because this next area of low pressure begins to push it back on off to the east. And by the end of next week, it's centered firmly over the Rockies in the western high plains here, while we stay on the cool side of things. So again, just a little bit of a shift and then back to cool-ish weather, really pleasant weather for next week. 74 right now, freezing level 10,500 feet. Okay, mainly cloudy tonight and again tomorrow. There'll be a few breaks in the clouds, but mainly cloudy. High of about 77 tomorrow, then we're 80 for Friday and Saturday, 83 Sunday. So beautiful weekend on the way. And yes, it warms up on Monday to 93, but by Tuesday it's already back down to 90, and then we're back in the 80s after that. So it's just a brief little foray into the 90s, and then it cools off once again, so not bad.